It's English time! Hi, I'm Teacher Mitch. Come and join me as we learn English the easy way. Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to keep updated with my latest uploads. Please also share and hit the like button if you appreciate my videos. Thank you! Hello, Grade 9 learners! Simula na ng 4th and final quarter. Ready ka na ba para sa first lesson mo? Tara, simulan na natin! Our target most essential learning competency for today's lesson is judge the relevance and worth of ideas, soundness of author's reasoning, and the effectiveness of the presentation. This lesson will help you understand better the ways on how to judge the relevance and worth of ideas, soundness of author's reasoning, and effectiveness of the text. But before we proceed, let us first delve deeper on the very core of this lesson, which is reading. As a review, what is reading? Reading may be defined as a goal-directed activity such that a reader seeks to reach a particular outcome as a result of reading. A multifaceted process involving word recognition, comprehension, fluency, and motivation. Reading is also the recognition of words, from simple recognition of the individual letters and how these letters form a particular word to what each word means, not just on an individual level, but also as part of a text. Now, have you ever asked yourself kung bakit nga ba mahalaga ang pagbabasa? Listed here are the importance of reading. Reading makes a big difference to children's educational performance. Reading expands the mind. It allows creative thinking. Reading helps improve concentration. Reading develops vocabulary. People read for different reasons. A person may want to read for pleasure and enjoyment, practical application, obtain an overview, locate specific information, identify the central idea or theme, develop a detailed and critical understanding. Going back to the target objective of this lesson, let us first determine what text relevance means. Text relevance refers to the match between a reader's goal and information related to that goal. Di ba nga, sabi natin kanina, people read for different reasons? Now, for us to say that a text is relevant to the reader, the text should match the reader's goal. For example, if a reader would want to get pleasure and enjoyment, ano sa palagay nyo ang mga klase ng reading text na dapat niyang basahin? If a reader would want to discover more about the solar system, akma ba na ang babasahin niya ay mga history books? If we are to consider text relevance to the reader's goal, dapat ay science books ang basahin niya, hindi ba? Ngayon naman, how can we judge the worth of ideas or, in other words, the importance of ideas in a text? Determining importance is a strategy that readers use to distinguish between what information in a text is most important versus what information is interesting but not necessary for understanding. This practical reading strategy will help you distinguish between the most and least important information presented in textbooks and non-fiction reading. Headings, subheadings, chapter titles, highlighted vocabulary. All of these features guide readers to find and remember the most important information. Graphic organizers help students keep only the most important information. Determining importance is more than just remembering the important details to summarize the text. To understand the concept of determining important details, we need to determine other important pieces of information such as determine when and why a character begins to change. Determine the importance of something a character says or does. Determine the importance of a story's setting. Determine the significance of an event in a story and how it will impact the rest of the story. Determine the most important theme in a story. Determine the most important lesson learned in a story. Determine the important vocabularies introduced in a text. If we are to apply what we have learned from this lesson, these are some sample activities that you will encounter on your module. Now, how can we know if an author's reasoning is sound? Sound reasoning is reasoning that follows logic and can be easily understood by readers or an audience. A reasoning is sound if and only if it is valid, and if all of its premises are actually true. Loosely speaking, if the author's process of reasoning is a good one, if the premises actually do provide this sort of justification for the reasoning, then that particular reasoning is sound. Here are some example scenarios that illustrate sound reasoning. Example: you notice that your colds are not getting any better after taking the prescribed medicine for a week. You will either stop taking the medicine or go back to the doctor to consult again. Example number 2. You notice that your favorite cup is at the edge of the table. You will take it away and place it in a safer place. And lastly, how can we determine if the presentation of ideas is effective? A good presentation of ideas should be concise and should focus on the topic. It should not move off track. A good presentation of ideas should have the potential to convey the required information.
Thanks for watching!